Matt Stepp, Dave Campbell's Texas football here at the Grapevine SQT, here with the head coach of the Midlothian Panthers, Coach Doug Wendel. Coach, appreciate you taking a few minutes to chat with us on a beautiful Friday morning.
You bet. Glad to be here.
I appreciate you dialing up the weather this morning. It's about 75 degrees. The high is going to be 83 today. We'll take that on June 3rd, won't we?
Take it any day of the week. It's a beautiful week.
All right, Coach, first off, let's talk about spring football a little bit. That wrapped up not too long ago for you guys. I wanted to just ask you what, after last year, had an outstanding season getting to the third round of the playoffs. What were kind of the goals and the things you wanted to check off your not the bucket list, but check off your list when you guys finished up spring football?
It was really the best spring we've ever had since I've been there. I've been there now 7 years, and the three things I wanted: we wanted good energy, we had good energy all spring, we had good physicality, and we had great competition. We kind of changed up the way that we did spring ball this year. We have a lot of guys returning, so we did a lot more competition, a lot more good on good, and I felt like it made us a more physical football team and came out of it healthy and came out of it a competitive team and developed a little bit of depth. So really, really pleased with what we got done this spring.
You said it. I mean, every time I talk to a coach about spring football, you want to get your work in, but everybody's just scared to death of coming out of that thing healthy. And obviously you're going to have some bumps and bruises. That's just part of football. But overall, no big injuries. And I'm sure that was the last day of spring practice when you're getting ready for your spring game. You're just like, we cannot have any injuries. Let's get out of this thing healthy, right?
Those last 2 minutes of the spring game couldn't finish fast enough. I think I cheated one of the teams of the last 5 seconds. They didn't get a last play, and I just wanted to get done. But really, one of the things that we learned was if you go full speed, you don't get hurt, or less chance to get hurt. And last year we had about 17 injuries during spring ball. This year we didn't have any. We didn't have any of our starters miss any practice time, and felt good about what we got accomplished and felt good about where we are going into the summer.
One thing that I talk about on Twitter a lot is during the spring game, the coordinators, the offensive guys, they bust out the trick plays big time in the spring game. How many trick plays were called during your spring game?
There were 2 trick plays called in the varsity scrimmage, and one of them was the second or third play of the game, and I don't know that it was the play that was supposed to be called at the time. I think we got the wristbands mixed up, but the kids had a great time. The final score was 35-28, and again, good competition, and mixed the teams up evenly and had a good time with it, and it was fun.
All right, now you guys, you're a physical football team. You like to run the football. You guys have run the option, flex bone. You're opening the offense up a little bit more this year. But even the years that you guys were 80, 75, 80% running the football, you guys have still participated in a 7-on-7. Why do you feel it's important for you guys at Midlothian to play in the state qualifying tournaments?
Well, we just did 2 things: the camaraderie, getting the kids together in summertime, and then the competition. And we do it a lot different than a lot of people, where there's not one play that we run on offense. It's anything that we do with our offense. I have no idea what these plays are. The guy that's doing it's been doing it a long time with these kids and has a great time. The kids love it, and if the kids love it, we want to nurture that a little bit. But I don't think there's any. I don't think it's a coincidence that our 2 best seasons we qualified for the state tournament. 2018, we won a playoff game against Red Oak for the first time in 3 decades or more, and then this year in 2021 we qualified last year for the state tournament. And whenever you see those guys down there, we do it. We stay an extra night and do some team bonding type stuff, and you see their confidence grow and you see them get more tight knit. So. To me, it's a great avenue of team building for our team.
All right, now final question for you. Talked to Coach Holmes last week about District 4 5A Division I, a very challenging district. You're going to have every week a tough opponent. But looking at the map pre-realignment, we kind of thought you guys were a swing school. I thought you guys could go east. I thought you guys could go west, and I guess I thought you guys might go south, maybe to Waco. I didn't know if you could go all the way south to Belton and Killeen. How surprised were you in February when realignment came out?
I think I've learned to temper. I don't get too up or too down or too surprised about anything. But I was a little surprised that we went all the way down there. I saw one prediction. I think one of the 4 or 5 predictions I looked at was that. So
you look at ours first, right?
I look at yours first. I think it's a very intriguing district, to be honest with you. I think when the realignment came out and throughout the course of spring, my guess is that all 9 teams believe that they have an opportunity to make the playoffs. That's nice and creates good competition. And then I think you've probably got 4 teams that really feel like they can or should win the district. So I think there's 2 teams, Waco and Red Oak, in my opinion, are going to be in your magazine a year from now as the most improved in 5A. I think they're going to both make really big jumps. So I'm looking forward to it. For us, there's four teams that I don't think we've ever seen. Shoemaker we've played in non-district, I guess 5 and 4 years ago. We've played Red Oak 5 times since I've been here. I think we're 3-2. All 5 games have been really close and good, challenging games. We've had 2 interesting games against Cleburne in last realignment, so that's good competition. And then there's 3 or 4 teams that we don't know anything about, So it's going to be a fun district. We're going to get on a bus a little bit, but that'll be fine.
Yeah, Coach Holmes and you kind of both have said it. The very competitive district, top to bottom. I don't think there's going to be a week in that district where you walk in and have a guaranteed win. I think you probably are telling your kids we got to come to play every week because everybody we play in District 4 5A is capable of beating us, and we're capable of beating everybody else. It's just kind of one of those districts, right?
I believe it is. I think everybody there feels like going into week 3 is when district starts in a 9-team district, and I think everybody feels like they have a great chance to make the playoffs, and every game's going to be big, and it creates good competition. You have to be on point and practice on Monday, and regardless of what happens, I don't think you're going to have a team that goes undefeated in district. And you've got some really talented athletes throughout the course of the district, so it should be a lot of fun.
Well, Coach, I'll make sure in November I get my tiebreakers all ready to go for District 4 5A Division 1. Enjoy watching your kids today, and we appreciate what you do for student athletes in the state of Texas.
Thank you guys for what you do for Texas football.
Great job, Coach.
Hey, thanks for watching this clip here on YouTube. If you like this kind of stuff and you want more of it, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And remember, you can watch us live every weekday at noon at TexasFootball.com, Facebook, Twitch, or here on YouTube. And if you want more of the best coverage of football in the state of Texas, check out TexasFootball.com and become a Dave Campbell's Texas Football Insider at TexasFootball.com/subscribe.